Then, after a moment, I saw something new and interesting on my TV. A large, prominent message said Chromecast across the top, and a digital counter began counting upward from 0 toward 100%. Above, some text that said, "Your Chromecast deserves the latest. We're grabbing an update, which may take several minutes." Well, I watched and waited for several minutes as that counter slowly advanced toward 100%. Afterward, it said, "Applying update," and the screen went blank for a few seconds a couple of times until everything settled down with a colorful new Chromecast splash screen, constantly showing the current time and a rotating set of routine status messages. By the time all of that updating had completed, I noticed that my PC displayed a message that said, "Hang in there, you're almost done. Just add the Cast extension to Chrome. Yep, that's it." Below that text, I saw a large button labeled Add Extension. I wish these instructions were more clear. For our audience, it would be better if it had said something like this. I wish it had said, "Now that your Chromecast has been fully updated and has access to the worldwide internet through your Wi-Fi router, it is ready to accept commands to display YouTube, Netflix, and other media on your TV. It's constantly listening for those commands through Wi-Fi, but you don't have any software that can send those commands yet. One of the most powerful ways to start sending those commands is to enhance your Google Chrome browser with our free Cast extension. Please click the box below to download it." It would have been nice if they gave details like that in their instructions. But in spite of the vague and vacuous explanation they did give, it was clear that Google wanted me to click on that Add Extension button, so I did. A new pop-up frame was displayed over the middle of my screen. It said, "Add to Chrome, Google Cast." Sigh. Another message box without a single English language complete sentence anywhere. The general format of the pop-up box suggested the sort of thing that is commonly displayed on an Android device when searching for a new app in the Android Play Store. A confusing list followed, which seemed to be trying to warn of all of the special privileges that Google Cast would need to request from my operating system in order to do its work. Actually, this is one of the things I like about Google and their way of doing business. They seem to be quite diligent about adhering to their privacy policy, and that includes warning their users about the information they collect. I don't blame them for that, and I appreciate their apparent forthrightness. As a general rule, I've been willing to accept their demands for my private information in exchange for the valuable services that they make available to me. Anyway, an undocumented new icon was also displayed, which suggested a TV set with a Wi-Fi interface. I have learned that Google uses this icon in a wide variety of situations to represent access to software that can issue commands to the Chromecast device. Well, it was obvious that they wanted me to click the Add button at the bottom of this pop-up display. And I decided to do so in the expectation that it would make my Google Chrome browser smart enough to send commands to my new Chromecast device via Wi-Fi. So, click, I did. The pop-up box went away. Shortly thereafter, I saw a new screen entitled Learn How to Cast, and a new icon appeared in the upper right corner of my Chrome browser, and another little pop-up box appeared near it. That box said, "Google Cast has been added to Chrome. Use this extension by clicking on this icon. Manage your extensions by clicking Extensions in the Tools menu." Wow! 3 complete, grammatically reasonable English language sentences in a single pop-up box. Be still my heart. Maybe there's hope for the English language in Google. To make things even more clear, I found that if I just hovered my mouse pointer over that icon, a rectangular pop-up box declared Google Cast. I decided to left-click on that icon to see what would happen. A new pop-up box appeared declaring, "Cast this tab to Chromecast 6693, and that Chromecast 6693 was displayed as if it could be part of a list in case I ever got 2 or 3 or 4 Chromecast devices. The pop-up also offered some additional controls that weren't as interesting at the moment, but I made a note that I would want to exercise them later on. I decided to click on Chromecast 6693 from that list, trusting that when I did so, my TV would be commanded to display the same thing I was seeing on my laptop screen. So, click. I did. And I waited. Wait. And about 3 seconds later, success. My TV was showing the same page. Google Chrome had commanded my TV to clone the contents of the tab exactly as I'd seen it on my PC. I played around with this setup for a few minutes. It was fun. I found I could use my laptop's mouse pointer to scroll around within the web page, and the TV's display mimicked every change within 1 or 2 seconds. I went over to my own website at AskMisterWizard.com and clicked on some video clips in local windows. They played very well on my TV and on my laptop, and the audio, which came out of the TV, and it was in sync with my lip movement of the speakers. So, and I could set the audio volume and display the brightness with my TV's controls. It was quite impressive, actually, and fun. Since that time, I have found that almost anything I can access through the Chrome browser on my laptop can be seen and heard where appropriate on my big screen TV. It's pretty darn cool. Conclusions. Once set up as described in this clip, my Google Chromecast becomes a functional Wi-Fi to HDMI interface that is constantly ready to accept commands via Wi-Fi. Software can use commands to get it to display web pages, video clips, movies, images, and music that has been published on the internet. But without that software, it doesn't do anything but display a splash screen with a status message. There's no remote control for it. You use software on your PC or your tablet or phone to do that. Because all of this is new to the industry, there are only a few software companies that are writing Chromecast-compatible programs. When those programs are designed to run on a tablet or smartphone under Android or iOS, they're called apps, according to generally prevailing customs. When those programs run in a Wi-Fi equipped laptop or desktop computer, it isn't entirely clear whether to call them applications or programs or apps or browser extensions. It's also possible for those programs to reside and execute out on the internet on server pages that cooperate with browser extensions on your PC. Confusingly, these are sometimes called apps too. But whatever you call them, media publishers and other internet service companies are beginning to write more and more tools that can let you control your Chromecast device to access entertainment, news, educational, and other media that's published on the worldwide internet. Some tools can even be used to display your own collection of videos and movies from hard disk drives or flash media in your home. We will continue this series on Google Chromecast with detailed reviews of the best Chromecast applications, apps, and related tools. New episodes are appearing frequently, so please check back here from time to time to catch the latest. Thanks. We appreciate your support.